Nothing nefarious, apparently. I mean, way to fill people with confidence.
Confidence is dropping like a stone every day on this issue, Caleb. It's another day, more and more drone sightings and no answers. And you had that where it's part of this very bizarre and very poorly executed comms strategy by the sprawling U.S. government, where different agencies have been contradicting each other. They wheeled Biden out to give that statement, and it wasn't even delivered correctly, as you mentioned. There was a rare joint statement that came out as well in the last 24 hours by the DOD, which again is the group that has $800 billion in a budget, and they failed the last 7 audits, so I don't think people trust them. The DHS, which has let 11 million illegals into the border, and 500,000 children are missing, and by the way, they oversee the Secret Service, which botched the protection of Trump, and the FBI, who has not exactly covered itself in glory either. So these people are coming out with these statements. Nobody trusts them. Trump came out with a statement, actually, back to that point of president-elect or de facto president saying, everybody knows, the U.S. government knows exactly what's going on. For some reason, they're not telling us, and that injected even more innuendo into this bizarre mystery.
Well, what do you reckon they are? Come on, give me your theory, Kosha.
I wish I knew. Look, it's on a spectrum from hobbyists and commercial theories, which I don't think is it, to foreign adversaries, which they're saying is unlikely as well. I think the money is that it is the U.S. government. Some part of the U.S. government does know what it is, and they have some reason for not telling us, and then that runs a gamut of, is it a chemical spill? Is there radioactive material? Are they training for warfare? Because drones are going to be the future of warfare, as some training exercise. And why is that? Is there some hot war, very imminent that they need to do this? All sorts of things, but I'm just purely speculating. I know nothing more than the next person.
Well, at least they're not nefarious, apparently. And speaking of Biden, aides are finally admitting the truth that, we've all been able to see for years. The New York Times reports today that aides are telling them, quote, he looks a little older and a little slower with each passing day. It's hard to imagine that he seriously thought he could do the world's most stressful job for another 4 years. I could have told you that 4 years ago.
Yes, you and everybody with 2 eyes, but we were told not to believe our lying eyes. These are Johnny-come-latelys. It's so easy to come out now and say this stuff when there's no consequence to saying it. It would have made much more of an impact, especially to Democrat voters who were deprived of a primary process and the ability to actually have some very talented people from the Democrat Party run in the primary. That would have been a better time to raise this, but they didn't when there was personal risk or career risk. They're doing it now. I will quickly say, though, Caleb, though he is out of it, clearly, as everyone can see, his presidency or the people handling him or the cabinet are not going quietly, and they've done, all these judgeship appointments. He's vetoed a couple of bills. He did the clemency spree, the highest ever in history. So there's a lot of action happening, even if Biden's personally maybe not aware of all of it.
Yeah, indeed. And of course, the worst thing about all this, we're sitting here having a laugh about it, is that they've known this for so long while he has been president, and they were going to give him another shot until he buggered up that debate. They would have willingly let him, in the state he is in, have another go, which is just unforgivable. Kosha Gada, thank you so much for your time.